And happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the Plug Talk Sports live show. This is episode 143, two-man crew tonight. My name is Danny Torres alongside Jonka Don't Stop.
Yo.
Man, Brandon is missing in action tonight as give him a little hall pass so he can watch his Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals. Anyways, let's start with our good and bad of the week. We did bad last week, so we'll start with good. Jonka, what's your plug of the week? Something good we could talk about.
Something good. I don't know about this past week, but I know I'm going to the Hobby Slam 3 card show this weekend. So I'm looking forward to that. For anybody that doesn't know, I collect sports cards and Pokemon cards. I'm into that stuff. So if you haven't been to Hobby Slam, it's really cool. Go out. I'm going with all my friends, so it's gonna be pretty nice. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, cool. For me, it's going to have to be that Jonka and I are going on a trip for my birthday. And we're going to the Six. We're going to the North. We're going to Toronto. It's going to be a nice little trip for my birthday next month. And we are not only going to Toronto, we are making a little drive over to Niagara Falls. And I'm going to check that out. And then we're going to spend time in Toronto. So looking forward to that. I already got a couple things that I want to do. I want to see if I can cop a Toronto FC jersey or a shirt or something. I would like to see there's this nice cigar store they got over there. Bring back a Canadian cigar back to Miami.
Tim Hortons?
Don't even get me started. I'm already ready for Tim Hortons. I've been looking at YouTube, looking what they got over at Tim Hortons. Really excited for that. And looking forward to go to a wine place that I really looked up in downtown Toronto. I want to try some Canadian wine. So you guys know me. Wine, cigars, some sports. That's what I'm about right there. So and shout out Haley Pasma. She used to commentate with me at Barrie University of softball. She is from Toronto, Canada. So looking forward. Maybe I see her over there. Yeah. And excited to explore her city. I used to bother her all the time and tell her that the Americans have surpassed the Canadians in hockey. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna tell you, she did not take that lightly. She also said that Tim Hortons was better than Duncan. So
we gotta see.
We gotta see. Well, anyways, bad. Let's go with bad. Jonka.
Bad. I guess it would have to be the game on Saturday.
Oh man.
I mean, I love the arena. I'm definitely going back to the arena. That's probably the best arena in the entire state of Florida. But I
actually read that it's the biggest arena in the state of Florida.
There you go. Even better. Bigger is better. But the thing we just got.
I think
our asses handed to us on that day.
The best way to describe it, Jonka, is, and if you guys don't know, we're talking about the Stanley Cup Finals. I'm going to get into it later in the show, but I think the best way to describe it is that the energy was absolutely electric before. And even when it was 2-0 and we got the goal back and it was 2-1, it was still electric, but then it just died. It died out bad.
Wick.
Like, it was silent in there.
Like, once it got to 4-1, I knew, yeah.
But you know what? Jonka's very, very optimistic. I kept telling him, like, you worried yet? You're like, no, I'm not worried.
Bro, like, you gotta be optimistic because, like, even during the regular season and during the playoffs, they've been down worse and they've come back and won the game. So I'm just like, I'm not nervous until I see it says final score so and so.
Well, I don't know, bro. When it got to 5-1, I was like, yeah, this is over. And I looked at you and you're like, are you worried yet? And you're like, a little bit.
I was chilling. Air conditioning, hot chocolate, coffee cake. I was lit.
Bro, at a certain point, it was getting so bad. I told Jonka, I'm like, bro, I'm going to go get a pizza or something. Then we're going to go get a cookie. So I got myself a pizza, a cookie, and then we got our well, let me tell you guys, the mess that we had to go through to get our jerseys patched. Listen, neither of us were wearing a shirt under our jerseys. Janka's brother so happened to be with us, and luckily, he was wearing a shirt and a jacket. So I went to the bathroom, took off my jersey, I wore the shirt. Janka went to the bathroom, took off his jersey, and wore the jacket. So we were able to get our jerseys patched. And shout out to Marco, because we left that guy in a tank top in the arena. Straight trooper right there, man. This guy was out there with all his chest hair out. Shout out to Marco. He was a real one for letting us get our Stanley Cup Finals patch.
Marco, you're getting a shout out on the show for giving us your jacket at the arena. He's like,
shout out to Marco. Shout out to Marco for letting us get our Stanley Cup Final patches on our jerseys. But yeah, that was great. Anyways, for me, bad. Well, I found out today that next month, and it's after my birthday, thankfully, I will be getting a minor surgery. So it'll last around 1 hour and 30 minutes. You guys, well, no, I haven't explained this at all, but I struggle from chronic sinusitis. So I get a lot of tension headaches, a lot of facial pressure. I've done, nasal spray. I've done the Medipot or whatever that you literally pour into your nose and everything comes out on the other side. I've done that. I've taken allergy medication, and my left sinus is still pretty inflamed. So the next thing to do with that, I was doing the treatment to see if it worked. I got to do the surgery. So basically kind of knock me out, drain my sinus, and then kind of enlarge the nostril a little bit so I have breathing room and space. And it takes about 3 to 5 days of recovery.
dang.
And pretty much they said everything is going to be discharging by itself randomly. Yeah.
What do you mean discharging? Like you're gonna be just mucus?
Yeah, it's just going to be, yeah. And like blood too. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to be very drowsy from the medications they're going to give me. And they also emphasize that I must have someone to drive me home after the operation. So not very excited for that, but that is happening. I'm not sure I'll be in Plug Talk the Monday following that, depending how I feel. And also, you guys probably do not want to see me gushing just everything from my nose. So we'll talk when we get there to see how Danny Torres is doing.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Viewer discretion is advised. Nasal surgery has occurred, Mr. Torres. Well, anyways, first order of business on the night, and unfortunately, we have to talk about it. I'm glad that it's somewhat going to be over soon. And I'm talking about the NBA Finals. The Boston Celtics and the Dallas Mavericks. We're currently nearing 7 minutes in the third quarter, where the Boston Celtics have a 78-56 lead over the Dallas Mavericks. Celtics have a 3-1 series lead over the Mavericks. And, well, it looks like tonight the Boston Celtics will capture their 18th NBA title in franchise history as Luka shoots a three, missing. And all I have to say is I have a lot of things I want to say. I will start with saying congratulations, Brandon, on capturing a title that is worse than the NBA bubble in Orlando. I hope you do realize that you had a Mickey Mouse road of playoffs. I also will say that this is probably one of the worst NBA postseasons that I have watched. It's been super.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad.
Very boring. And I want to say the Dallas Mavericks, congratulations on quitting because it just looks like tonight you guys just said, oh, well, at least we didn't get swept and threw in the towel. I've never seen a team that literally cannot hit one shot, two superstars who have gone cold, who through the postseason were hot, and now we know uh, that once you stop them, the role players really didn't do much to help in this series. Um, we got Derek White, who's shooting like Steph Curry. I hope he enjoys it because I don't think that he'll be back to that next season, and he definitely deserves a contract extension from this performance.
Yeah, he's gonna get some money.
He's going to get some money for sure. Drew Holiday definitely impacted the series defensively, same as Derek White. Kyrie Irving, I feel like, just trying to do way too much with the basketball in his hands. Luka Doncic just had the responsibility of everything on top of him to do it by himself. We know the last game he went off, he responded, and the one before that he fouled out, which was crucial in the dying minutes of that game. I think today is the only game where we didn't see the Dallas Mavericks come out and put a little bit of a strong start. As we know in the games in this series, they've started strong, and then the Celtics just come back and put a damper on things. But today, they just missed every single shot, and the Celtics have been in control since then. So that's going to do it. The Celtics are going to pick up the championship.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, the Celtics are gonna win this, and your Kyrie and Luka are the star players, so the majority of the blame is gonna have to go on them. Even though the role players did not show up, but they're not the ones that are supposed to step up when the game gets tough. I mean, Luka, he tried to do in the first two games. He tried to do as much as he possibly could, but Kyrie wasn't doing much. And then when Kyrie stepped up a little bit, Luka wasn't helping the team out, turning the ball over, holding the ball for too long, not creating plays, like complaining to the refs. Like even today, bro, like you could just see it. It's not a good look for Luka. It's really not a good look. And Kyrie, the way he's played today, I don't even. Oof, buddy, losing like this, like that, it's not. I wonder what they're gonna do in the offseason because obviously this isn't gonna work again. The way they got to the finals was legit. I don't know how because they played the number one defense in Minnesota in the Western Conference Finals, and they were a bit inexperienced and a little bit. I don't know. They could have Minnesota kind of a little bit choked it a little bit with their defense, but the Mavericks were hitting all the shots. Kyrie and Luka were hitting every shot. Now all of a sudden they play another good team in the Celtics, and all of a sudden they can't hit anything. They can't pass the ball. PJ Washington is off. Derrick Jones Jr. is off. Exum is off. Like I don't understand what happened with this team and Jason Kidd, but there was no, how do you say, no alterations, no fixes to anything. Yeah, like no, I'm just completely disappointed in how this series ended. I really wanted it to be competitive,
Yeah.
and especially the playoffs in its entirety. Besides the Western Conference, which was absolute fire, that was a really good playoff. But the Eastern, with everybody, with Tyrese, Donovan Mitchell, Jimmy Butler, everybody getting injured, it wasn't fun. So yeah, I would have to agree that it was kind of like I don't know if as bad as the bubble, but it's up there. I'm just low key kind of disappointed in Kyrie. Not forget Luca. Luca's a little he likes to complain a lot, so forget about Luca. Just Kyrie in total. He because he was the one I was talking about before the series started that he was going to be the X factor because I don't think when he's on nobody can guard him. And Drew Holiday, Derek White, and I don't forgot who else. And Jalen Brown was able to hold him. So hey, I was wrong. He he choked it. I feel like Kyrie actually kind of choked. He pulled the LeBron 2011.
I mean, we saw Kyrie doing things that Kyrie doesn't do, like dribbling it off his foot. Like we don't see that from Kyrie Irving, and it happened.
Bro, it was ridiculous. I don't know how Jason Kidd is gonna keep his job after this. I know he did a decent job this year, but like he did not change anything, bro. No changes to the offense or the defense, man. Like your star players are not performing. You get in their face and you tell them like, "Hey, stop the BS. Stop holding the ball for 15 seconds and then trying to rush a play and it not developing, and all of a sudden it's a turnover or a missed shot, no rebound. You keep like changing the lineup here and there, not giving anybody chances. Like it's it's really it was a really bad series.
How about and this is just unacceptable, but Tim Hardaway Jr. 0 points in one game. Like
Yeah, that
you're a
I don't
role.
even know why they kept him, bro. Like he was never that efficient in the first place. They should have traded him at the trade deadline, and they decided not to. That was one of the guys I expected him to go, but they kept him, and then I knew they messed up there. I knew they messed up there when they kept him because he doesn't do anything. He misses too much, and he's too small. He's not that good. Maybe he could be a good player on a bad team and maybe score some points, but on a good team, he doesn't do anything. So the Mavericks are gonna have to do something in the offseason to combat it. I would keep Derrick Jones Jr. He's been good. Keep PJ Washington. Obviously, keep Luka and Kyrie.
I feel like
Keep Gafford and Derek Lively, but everybody else needs to go.
I feel like even those guys in this series didn't rise to the occasion.
I mean, well, it wasn't. I would wait. Was Derrick Jones Jr. with the Heat in 2020, or was he already out?
He was already out.
So he's never played in an NBA Finals before. Neither has PJ Washington. Neither has Luca. Neither has Gafford. Neither has Lively. The
So
only one with finals experience was Kyrie, and I expected Kyrie as a veteran to lead the rookies and the inexperienced players to say, "Hey, this is how it goes down. This is how you're supposed to maintain yourself in a game like this."
especially you came back from a 3-1 series in your
Exactly. Like even if you're going to lose in a 7 game series down 3-0, at least go down respectively and make it at least game 6 or something. This rule right now is atrocious. Like this is bad. 82 to 64, so that's 18 points.
12 for 27 from 3 point tonight for the Celtics.
Bro, I thought that the Mavericks were going to come out today after coming off that last game super hot, like like aggressively because they need this game to go back to that to Dallas and maybe force a game 7. This is just shows how mentally weak this team is. It shows how mentally weak Luca can be and Kyrie for not leading this team to where they should have been. And Jason Kidd needs to be on the hot seat because that was
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that the Mavericks starting this game, they didn't show that force and that effort that needed to be there to make this a ball game. How are you going to tell me it's 82-64 in an elimination game? You need to at least make it a close game if you want to have a chance, but you're getting blown out. I think is just unacceptable from the Mavericks. And I think to your point earlier, are you trying to say that this is just a lack of experience from the Mavericks?
it. I think so. I think with Tatum already having the experience and Brown and Al Horford and all the other people that made it 2 years ago to the finals against the Warriors, but ultimately lost the 2-0 lead to Steph. I think they gained that experience. They know what it means to play in the finals, what the atmosphere is like, how it feels to lose, and how you wanted it that badly with the 2-0 lead. You could just tell they wanted it more. Like from the first game, you could just tell that they were the team that they wanted it more. Like physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever illy you wanna call it. Boston wanted it more. And especially, and also another thing that Dallas needs to work on is free throw shooting because that has been bad.
Yeah, it has.
Holy Jesus! Like there is no god that could possibly help that team,
Very bad.
bro. Like Luca had so many. Like I think it was in Game 3, he missed like I don't know how many free throws that could have possibly helped his team maybe win that game if he doesn't foul out. And Luka needs to fix that defense of his. That's another thing. Before we change, he needs to start learning how to play defense because he's bad. You can score as many points as you want, but if you can't play defense, you're a liability to the team.
Do you think that this Dallas Mavericks team can make another run to the finals next year?
Good luck, buddy. That woo. With the Wolves coming back, with the Nuggets, the Lakers, the
Also, you got
Thunder,
is in there.
the Lakers could beat this damn team, 100%. If they can't beat Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, what makes you think they're going to beat AD and LeBron James?
Yeah, you do have a point there.
And the Lakers are bigger than them, so it's like, what do you like? This is retarded. Like, what is that? Look at the wide open. This is wide open. Like, what kind of defense are they playing? Jason Kidd is making no like adjustments whatsoever. And there goes Kyrie. Another 15 seconds dribble, shimmy, boom, misses a three. There you go again. Like, it's textbook. They're so predictable.
Do you think Joe Mazzulla has outcoached Jason Kidd?
100%. And especially that game one with Porzingis just basically shutting up the Dallas Mavericks kind of took the wind out of them a little bit.
Well, look, I mean, when you put yourself in a situation where you're 3-0, like, it's hard. It's hard to come back. You can't put yourself in that situation of 3-0. Hasn't been done. 3-1's been done before, but not 3-0.
If Kyrie and Luka were to just actually play how they played against the Wolves, they could have a chance.
The Wolves, the first and second round as well.
They were legit. Like they were playing out of their minds. Defensively and offensively, they were on fire.
They're mentally broken because they can't even make a layup right now.
Bro, it's bad. It's bad. They can't get any offensive rebounds. They can't get defensive rebounds. They can't get assists. They can't get anything. It's bad. This is the Panthers game all over again. I don't even want to reminisce that.
With that, we're going to get into the Stanley Cup Finals. It's a 3-1 lead. Panthers up on the Edmonton Oilers. Coming back tomorrow, Game 5 at the Amerit Bank Arena in Sunrise, 8 o'clock p.m. I'm telling you, if the Panthers do not win, I'm going to be hitting the panic button. I'm going to be hitting the panic button because Game 4, and look, Connor McDavid did not have any goals in this series. None of the Oilers star players had any goals. I felt like this was a game that was bound to happen, and I won't lie to you, heading to the arena on Saturday, I had a feeling all day. Today's not going to be the day. Today's not going to be the day. The Oilers are going to come out, and they're going to at least try to get one. And just by looking at the Panthers, I don't know what the heck happened to them on Saturday. They couldn't even hold the puck. They couldn't even get the puck. They were stuck on their own side. And the Oilers they came to play. They showed up. Your brother said it. They showed up. They came ready to play. And the Panthers, they got the punch right to the mouth. And it was an 8-1 game. An 8-1 game. It was that bad. Now it's 3-1, but they have a chance to close it out here at home and lift the Stanley Cup for the first time in franchise history in Florida. And it's redemption. Last year, you guys know they made the Stanley Cup Finals,
Yep.
and they got absolutely demolished, only winning one game against the Las Vegas Golden Knights. And before that, take it all the way back to 1996, where they faced the Colorado Avalanche and lost that one as well. So the time is up, and it's time for the Florida Panthers to be Stanley Cup champions and bring it home and can throw the Rats on the ice tomorrow night. And I'm just crossing my fingers. I'm praying that tomorrow night the Cats can get it done, that they learn from just the atrocious Game 4 it was, and that Game 5 they come out firing on all cylinders and they get the job done. Because where they were Game 4 is a position that you really don't often see the Panthers in, which is getting absolutely annihilated. When the Oilers went up 2-0, I was like, okay, it's 2-0, but the Panthers have come back from that before, hence the name the Cardiac Cats. And they got one back, 2-1. We got a game. We're still in this. But then it just became 3-1 and 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, 7-1, 8-1. Sergei Bobrovsky got taken out of the game. I'm not going to blame Bobrovsky.
Me neither.
I think the defense, especially in transition, was not good. And you got to give Bobrovsky a break. I don't think he deserves to be receiving any criticism, especially that one of the, if not the reason why the Panthers are in the Stanley Cup Finals is because of Sergei Bobrovsky. And throughout the series, too, we're not 3-0 without Bobrovsky. He can't be perfect every night, every game. Paul Maurice, I wouldn't say they took him out because he was having an off night. I think they took him out to think ahead for Game 5.
Yeah.
And that's just my take. I do think that the Panthers need, before you go, John, I do think that the Panthers need to learn what they learned in Game 4 and come out swinging tomorrow night and get the job done, and I think they do. I think the Panthers get the job done tomorrow night.
You better be right. Because that game that I saw, bro, they were just lifeless. Like, I don't understand what was going on. I feel like I wasn't even watching the team that had watched the entire season. They could not hold on to the puck if they were giving an NBA salary. It was bad.
Yeah.
Like, every time you think they had the puck, nah. Somebody would just come in and just take it right away. Like, if they were just giving it away. Like free samples at Costco. Like, they say, "Oh, you want one? Yeah, here, take it. Go ahead, you go." I don't know what was going on, and I think our problem, which is we've seen it multiple times during the series, is that they overcommit on trying to score a goal, and then all of a sudden there's one guy lingering in the back that the puck is loose. Oh, he goes and chases it down. Boom, scores, and the guy can't catch up. They need to fix that. Whoever forgot the coach's name.
Paul Maurice.
Okay, yeah, he needs to fix that. He needs to address that issue quick before tomorrow night. And that, I mean, not much I could possibly say. They basically just left Bobrovsky there just to hang to die because, like, what do you want the guy to do? I mean, I call him Bob the Goat, but like, at some point, you guys can't hold on to the puck, and then whenever they get the puck, they keep taking the shot. Bro, at some point, the dude was gassed. Every time they would score a goal, he would have to like spray himself in the face with water because he was exhausted. So I'm not blaming it on him at all. Anybody that blames it on him needs to come and see me because you're dumb. You don't know what you're talking about. But I do agree. I think they're gonna win it in Game 5, which was my prediction before the series started. I thought I said it could go 4, but I stuck to the 5. I listen, Daniel. I really hope I can't go through this much emotional stress anymore. This basketball series has given me enough pain as it is. I can't afford the pain of losing tomorrow.
It will be another sad night if we lose tomorrow. But let's not think about that. Um, I do think that the momentum, and this is something that really irked me the wrong way. I really do think that the momentum in Game 4 changed the moment that Sam Bennett was wiped out, and there was not given as a major penalty.
Multiple times in this series, the the Edmonton Oilers have been the dirtiest team I've ever seen. They have each each one of the I don't know who it was or what they're telling them to do in these locker rooms, but they have tried to take out our best players on the ice. I I Barkov, Reinhardt, Bennett, you name it, they've tried to injure him multiple times just so that they can make this series somehow equal. If Bennett doesn't go out to start that game, the they're still focused. They're ready to go. There's no confusion. There's no penalty or anything. They just keep playing, and maybe that goal doesn't go in. Maybe they never take that shot in the first place. Maybe Bennett's having a crazy good night, and he's the reason we win that night. But they were playing dirty. They wanted to take him out. They took him out for like a period. He came back, but he wasn't the same. The lead was already like 3-1, 4-1, and it wasn't worth it. Just let him sit out, let him heal up for the next game tomorrow night. I'm gonna say this right now. If I see any of that dirty hitting next game, I might have to do a pit stop before we head to Toronto at Edmonton to throw some hands, bro.
I mean, it's just the fact that that wasn't a major penalty. I just don't understand how or the criteria why that wasn't a major penalty. He literally made a beeline for Bennett and wiped Bennett out. Wasn't even next to the puck. But I do put it on the Panthers that in that power play or in our power plays, we just didn't take advantage of the power play. We did not. And I also think that we had multiple chances in the beginning of the game, and we didn't take advantage either. Chances right in front of the net, one-on-one chances against Cameron. And it didn't happen. We even hit the post as well.
We couldn't control the puck, bro. Like that's the reason why we couldn't score anything. They kept losing the puck. Either they were right in front of them or they were about to make a pass. There were people cutting in, but they weren't passing. They were trying to, I don't know, either play hero puck or hero ball, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. That was either they were just trying to play around for that game, just want to win it here. If that's the conspiracy you want to go with, fine. But you could make the argument that that was it, that they just wanted to win here in South Florida, because, bro, it doesn't add up. You can't. That math ain't mathing.
If I'm the Panthers, listen. If I'm the Panthers and if I'm the coach, if I'm Paul Maurice, I tell those guys, you guys want to get on another plane and go 6 hours up to Edmonton, Canada? You guys really want to do that? So let's win the night. Let's get it done. And let's celebrate so we don't have to get on another airplane and go all the way 6 hours to Edmonton and be in that hostile territory at Rogers Place. You don't want to do that. You're giving them life. And again, if the Panthers lose tomorrow, I'm going to be concerned. I'm going to be concerned.
If they lose tomorrow, knock on wood, you heard it here first. Yeah, I'll do it again. There you go. I will not be going to the watch party again because then that's brujeria. That's witchcraft.
We were bad luck.
I don't know what it was me and you.
No,
it was Marco, my brother, if you guys and it was your mom for those though. I don't know what it was, the shirt and whatever your mom did.
My mom tells me on Saturday, she says, "Oh, maybe it'll be like the basketball series where Dallas came back and won one." And I literally told her, I looked at her and I said, that's it. That's it. We lost. Even you, when I told you at your house, you said, man, we shouldn't even go, bro. Let's not even get in the car. We lost already.
8-1. 8-1.
Yeah.
But from what we're watching, 8 minutes left. They're up 21. Celtics, from what we're seeing, it's over, but it's not over yet.
Script writers are riding hard right now.
And what's a good benefit is that Jason Tatum and Kachuk were friends in high school, and they're both in the finals in their respective sports. So if anything, there's some good luck we could have right now if the Celtics win.
Let me ask you this, with our viewers watching: if the Panthers win tomorrow, will there or will there not be a celebration down Bird Road?
I don't know, bro. I don't see Cuban grandmothers watching hockey. I don't see it, bro. Like maybe some people, maybe some fans, some people that watch hockey.
I think the community, at least in the Stanley Cup Finals, I think the community has really gotten into it.
I think the young youth community would probably do it, but when it comes to other people, like more mature people that really don't watch hockey as much, or the Latin American community technically in Bird Road doesn't really watch hockey, but maybe it's the more hype crew like us and our people younger that watch sports and stuff like that will probably go out and fill the streets up. Maybe them.
I've heard rumors.
Hey, but I'll take any invitations to a house party just to celebrate. I'll be there.
I've heard rumors about people wanting to go to Bird Road to celebrate the Panthers.
Oh yeah, you tell Eddie Chirino, bro. You call me.
Oh, you're just gonna name drop him like that?
Hey, I'm watching you, bro.
Yeah, so Eddie Chirino, a friend of ours, did mention that if the Panthers won, he was going pots and pans to Bird Road to celebrate. And this is my announcement. Miami, this is your team as well. If the Panthers win, we need to see everybody out in the streets celebrating. It's our first Stanley Cup in franchise history. Let's be proud for the Panthers as well. And let's go celebrate in the streets. It needs to happen. We need to go honking. We need to bring the pots and pans. We need to celebrate the Panthers. I'm positive that they're going to get the job done tomorrow night. And I'm going to say, final score, Panthers 4, Oilers 2.
I'm going to say Panthers 5, Oilers 1.
5-1.
5-1.
You don't think they're going to make it competitive?
I don't think they're going to make it competitive. I think it's going to be 2-1 halfway through the second period, and then there goes the Panthers. They score one more at the end of the second period, and then they blow them out in the third.
I think Oilers score first. They give us a little mini heart attack by scoring first. Panthers tie it up, and at the end of the first period, Panthers score again and end the first period 2-1.
Bro, you're giving me chills. Because the first game, I called the exact score 3-0 with our friend Chili Willy in our fantasy league. I told him it was going to be 3-0, and it ended up being 3-0 clean sheet for Bobrovsky. And he was like, yo, bro, you're right, bro. You should have bet on it. You should have bet. And I'm like, nah. But I'm saying 5-1.
5-1. Well, let's see what happens tomorrow night, and hopefully we can report on Plug Talk next weekend through our social media that we are Stanley Cup champions. So hopefully we're praying for that. Anyways, next order of business, and we've talked about this, I believe, for the last 2 weeks, and here we are talking about it again. It was our plug of the week, and we're talking about Angel Reese once again and Caitlin Clark.
She doesn't
You
get
guys
losing money.
know Chicago Sky played the Indiana Fever.
Great game.
Angel Reese got a flagrant one for hitting Caitlin Clark across the head, going for the ball. She said after the game that there's special treatment by the referees towards Indiana Fever, and obviously she is referring to Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese definitely has become the villain. I don't mind it, but I think that things that she has said, like this comment, just comes off as very envious and very jealous that the spotlight is not on her, and she's on the same draft class, and she wants to remind everybody, oh, you remember when in the national championship I waved my hand in front of Caitlin Clark's face? Do you guys remember that? It's like she's begging for the spotlight. And I want to say, for me, it was no big deal, the flagrant one. I think she was intending to go for the basketball, and unfortunately she missed and caught Caitlin Clark. I think it was just a basketball play. I don't think there's anything else there. I don't think there was any malicious intent to it. I've seen people on the internet saying that it was malicious and stuff like that, and give it a break, please. There's political analysts that are talking about this play, and it's ridiculous. This has nothing to do with politics. And then, of course, we got the media spinning this around and making this a race war. This is not a race war, folks. This is basketball. Let's keep it as basketball, and it doesn't need to be more than what it is. So that's even more of the annoying part to it. But, again, I do think that Angel Reese, the way it comes off, I'm not saying she is, but I'm saying the way that her statement comes off and her comments is recent, it just comes off as being envious and jealous.
Yeah, man. I'm getting really sick and tired of Angel Reese, bro. Like yesterday at Father's Day, me, my sister, my dad, everybody were watching the game, and I saw that play happen live, and I was just like, "Yo, what the hell?" And then I saw a play. She tried to go for the ball, hits her clean square in the head, and she acts like, "Yo, nothing happened." And then, takes the and then then I hear the quotes for the press conference, and I'm just like, bro, is there something wrong with this girl, bro? Like, no. At this point, like, sir, I'm straight up. Like, I'm not even joking right now. Like, is there something straight up wrong with this girl? Like, does she have like bipolar disorder, some sort of like disorder? Because like some days she wants to be the villain, some days she wants to be the victim. Like, which one is it? Are you being targeted? I don't know, Daniel. I really don't know. Because you say that you're better than Caitlin Clark, presumably from your actions and what your quotes. Yeah, you're not scoring as much as her. You're not getting as many assists. You're getting more rebounds, but that's because you can't make a layup and you're getting your own rebound. So you're trash. Not even shooting, first of all. How can you be like literally half a foot taller and not score more than Caitlin Clark? Don't ask me. I'm just the messenger, right? Okay. And then we continue. So Caitlin Clark averages more attendance. She's the number one pick, highest scoring player in college basketball, or was technically. Everybody wants to come and play with her right now. She's on the worst possible team in the WNBA, in the Indiana Fever. They had Indiana Fever before CC was there. CC, Caitlin Clark, by the way, if anybody doesn't know. Indiana Fever had the worst attendance in the WNBA this past season before Caitlin Clark arrived. Now they're the number one in attendance with over 17,000 a game. Oh, Chicago Sky? They're like mid pack, bro. They're like mid in the WNBA. They don't come to see Angel Reese. Everybody would rather see Caitlin Clark against any other team, and they'll get 17K or plus more. They had, like I said that last week, they had to get a bigger stadium to fill the seats because people wanted to come see Caitlin Clark. I'm tired of her trying to play that it's because of her that people are coming.
I mean, we don't hear Cameron Brink saying any of this stuff.
It's like what makes it funny to me, Daniel, is that Angel Reese continues to say stuff, envious about Caitlin Clark or shots at Caitlin Clark, but yet when they ask Caitlin Clark about stuff like this, she just takes the high road and just say, "Oh, it's
I
just a basketball, it's
I
just a basketball play. It happens. We move on." It's making Angel Reese look more, or let me correct myself, making it look worse the more she talks. I would suggest you just talk it out or like have some sort of open dialogue or something.
Whoever
Because,
her publicist is right now is probably having a nightmare.
bro, like I'm concerned. I'm telling you from when I said the beginning of my take, I'm concerned this girl legit has a problem. If she doesn't have the attention, she's playing the victim card. I'm probably the first person to say it on live podcasts or whatever you want to. I don't care. Text me all you want. I'm just telling you that's the vibe she's giving off. Hey, I'm just saying. Caitlin Clark is on the Indiana Fever, which was the worst team last season, and they kicked your butt yesterday. So don't go talking crap and not back it up. She scored 23 on you with 5 threes, I think, and hitting the dagger, making it 84 to 77 against your team. How come you didn't defend her? If you're so much better, why didn't you defend her? That's right, because you can't. You're not better than her.
I was going to mention, I do think that Caitlin Clark has handled this very professionally and has handled it well. She didn't feed into any of this. She just said, "Hey, it's a basketball play. It happens." She even said Angel Reese is a great player. I faced her in college. She said that Angel Reese was a great player, and that just makes people like her even more. But I agree. I think Angel Reese, the talking needs to start going to the court instead of in post-game conferences or any sort of press conference.
And another thing, before when Kennedy Carter had hit CC that started this whole thing, where was Kennedy Carter this game? It was a common foul, right? Why didn't you do it again? Because they probably told her something, bro. I'm telling you, little by little, bro. They're going to keep ding here, ding there. At some point, Caitlin Clark is going to be like, yo, I'm fed up with this league. I'm going to go to Big 3 with Ice Cube. They offered me $15 million to go play, and you guys are only offering me a couple $100,000. So guess what? Let's see how the WNBA does with Angel Reese and Cameron Brink, and let me go play for Big 3, and let's see what happens.
Well, we'll leave it at that, and we'll switch gears to Euro 2024. The tournament has officially kicked off, and I will tell you right now my biggest winners and biggest losers. I think for me right now, there's only 2 teams I can tell you where I feel have had an impressive performance. Germany, obviously 5-1. I know it's Scotland, but they played well. And them hosting, they're going to want to go with a deep run, especially that this is Toni Kroos's last international tournament and last, games of his life for soccer. And the other has to be Spain, who took out Croatia 3-0. The Croatia team just looked old. Luka Modric, who's a legend, barely even touched the ball. The Spanish team is young. And we'll be seeing Thursday how they do against the Italians. It's a big game. And I think for me, my biggest losers are 3 countries. England, even though they won 1-0 against Serbia, they had the goal from Jude Bellingham, who continues to just impress and shine. There he is. The man right there, Jude Bellingham. But it's not enough from England. They have a stacked team. Only 1-0 against Serbia. the performance just looked flat.
It's Harry Kane, bro. He ain't it, Chief. He's not it anymore. You couldn't do it in the World Cup. What makes you think you're gonna do it in the Euro?
Hey, man, he was the highest goal scorer in the Bundesliga this year with Bayern, even though still has not been able to touch any silverware. Left Tottenham to join Bayern and could not touch any sort of silverware this year with Bayern.
Bro, it's not the Bundesliga, bro. It's the Bundesliga.
The other, so I was not impressed with England. Belgium. Belgium was just awful. First of all, I think Belgium is really idiotic for not bringing up Thibaut Courtois as their goalkeeper. I get it. He missed a majority of the part with an injury, with an ACL injury. But did you just not see that man play the UEFA Champions League final with Madrid? Like, it's still Courtois. He's played in finals before. It's not like he doesn't not know how to play soccer. Some of the goals that were scored, or plays on Belgium, like Courtois would have come up with those saves. And don't even get me started on Romelu Lukaku. Like, the man is in front of goal. In front of goal. And he cannot put the ball in. He can't.
Lukaku.
Kevin De Bruyne, I mean, this man is still young, but he's thinking about playing in Saudi Arabia or coming to the MLS already. Trossard didn't play well either for Belgium. They just looked awful. And the fact that FIFA has them ranked number 3 is god-awful.
Belgium?
Yes. God-awful. They lost to Slovakia today, and that was really eye-opening. It was a big upset. So we got England, we got Belgium, and then the other game today that was upsetting was France. They won 1-0 due to an own goal against Austria. An own goal. And this is the French team that is stacked, that's been the back-to-back World Cup Finals and won one of them. They could have won the second one, just penalty shootout. You never know. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
But this is that team. And they could not score a goal themselves on Austria. It was a bloody affair. Antoine Griezmann was bodied into the advertisement boards and was bloodied up. Then Kylian Mbappe, it's confirmed, was in the hospital and was released at 1:00 a.m. local time in Germany, in Dusseldorf, with a broken nose. So, and he thankfully does not need surgery on the nose, but he will be wearing a mask. And it'll be interesting to see how France and Didier Deschamps uses Mbappe going forward with this nose injury. He had chances too, right in front of goal, 1-on-1 with the keeper, and could not make it.
Man.
Olivier Giroud, same thing, right in front of goal, could not score it. So it was another flat performance from this team. And those, for me, were my 2 winners and my 3 losers on this tournament so far.
Yeah. I wasn't able to watch most of those games, but from what I saw with Mbappe's nose, bro, that looked bad. Luckily, like you said, he doesn't need surgery. But I wonder how this will affect his playing time for the next couple of games with the mask on. Are they going to have him as a sub just so they can protect his nose? Because if you don't have Mbappe on the field, your play kind of diminishes a little bit, and your speed and your counterattacks. It's going to be interesting what France does deciding after this. And for Belgium, I don't know, man. They need to restart, do something, because I don't know what to say with that one, bro. With Belgium, I don't know what to say with that.
Yeah, that was bad.
I mean, the only decent games I saw were the Spain, Croatia, and the Germany and Man, who did Germany play? Was Scotland? Those
Scotland.
those are probably the two best games I've seen besides England with Jude Bellingham with the header. But Jude Bellingham, bro, shout out to him. I need to see more, bro. If Harry Kane is not going to be able to carry the team, you're going to have to be the guy to step up.
Yeah.
I mean, this is your career. If you want to take your talents to the next level, you're gonna need to carry this team to either at least the Euro final or win the Euros entirely, and watch how people will start to respect you as a player. And maybe you win the Euros, you're put at the top of the list for the Ballon d'Or this year over Vinicius, counting that if Vinicius, which I don't think is going to win the Copa America at all, because Brazil is just a dumpster fire right now.
It is.
So if I'm Jude Bellingham and I see an opening for the Ballon d'Or, and all I have to do is win the Euros, I would try my hardest to lead this team to victory. And I just won the Champions League final, so hey,
Yeah.
winning the Euros would be a nice little addition to the resume for the Ballon d'Or. So that's my head place, for Jude right now for England, who I'm rooting for, by the way.
Okay. Not my Spain, but that's all right.
Spain too. Shit. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. We appreciate the support. Well, anyways, quickly, last topic of the night. Talked about it last week, and it became official throughout the week that Conor McGregor's fight is officially not canceled, but postponed. And all I got to think is, poor Michael Chandler, man. This guy has been waiting so long to fight Conor McGregor, and he has to wait a little longer. Apparently, Conor McGregor sustained an injury last week while sparring in his last round of sparring, hence why the press conference in Dublin was canceled. There was a lot of back and forth. Oh, it's not going to happen. Yes, it's going to happen. UFC stopped promoting it. Then they started promoting it again. There was a lot of talks. Okay, Conor's, might be cleared to fight. But ultimately, at the end of the day, in talks with the UFC and the doctors, they did not clear Conor McGregor. So both of them, McGregor and Chandler, are off of UFC 303, and they're trying to figure it out, and they're trying to get it done to push this, fight before the end of the year to make it happen. But anyways, Jonko, what's your take on McGregor and Chandler finally postponed?
I said it last week. The marketing was just too off, bro. It was either something happened with the marketing team or with the venue, or somebody was injured. And look at it, lo and behold, there you go. McGregor was injured. Like I said, it had to be one of the two. Something was off. We just didn't know what, and they finally released it. It was the injury. I'm telling you, if Conor's gonna continue with this fight, bro,
he wants to. He wants to get back in that octagon.
Bro, this might be the I don't know why he's doing it in the first place, but is he broke? I don't know. We don't know.
He's not. He's definitely not.
It's just there's no necessity to fight.
Yeah,
there's no means to fight. But if you just want it as a pride thing, like because you haven't fought, have they ever fought against each other? I don't know. They have not. Then I guess if it's a fight that everybody's waiting for, then sure, why not? But overall, I'm not surprised because I kind of predicted that there was an injury somewhere. And Conor McGregor, I've said it multiple times on this podcast. Just retire, go like you told me with Tom Brady, just go retire, hang out with your family, your kids, whatever. Go around the travel, do whatever you need to do. Stop trying to get CTE. By the way, it's basically the same thing. And it's official: the Boston Celtics are the NBA champions for 2024.
On that note, that's how we're going to end the night.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Anyways, we hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. Rooting for those Panthers tomorrow. We hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Tune in to all of our social media, and we'll see you guys next week for a brand new show. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good night.